Monica Hayes here. We talk a lot in the fitness industry about movements that revolve around the core, and everything seems to be in a very linear perspective, a linear movement pattern. And I've had 3 decades of experience in the fitness industry, and my philosophy around the spiral method is that things within the body work just as much in a spiral around the body. And this begins with the pelvis and the rib cage. These areas of the body are anchor points and foundational for stability and structure to happen. And they actually make up the core of the body, the rib cage and the pelvis. The muscles that work around them. And what I mean by that, if you look at the muscles around the rib cage, the intercostals, they go around. They hold the rib cage towards each other. They help the expansion of it. And the same thing with the pelvis. You have the muscles around the hips that are internal and external rotators in the hip, and you have the muscles around the sides of the pelvis that connect it in, as well as the transverse abdominal, which wraps around the body. And this is foundational in our core and our nervous system regulation. Oftentimes this is left out of fitness, and it disconnects us from a sense of presence within our body through movement. So I'm going to go over some of my abdominal core type exercises that are actively engaged in the spiral method to help understand the relevance and the interconnectedness of the rib cage and the pelvis. So let's get ourselves started here. And if you could see, there's a neutral pelvis, meaning that there's a slight space at the lumbar, and the hip bones wrap together. And the sacrum in the back of the 2 hip bones draws down towards the mat like a cinch. So you've got the transverse that wraps around and that cinching as that sacrum is heavy. Now, if we go and do a movement, the rib cage is going to help create stability, not pulling from the front of the rectus abdominal, a very different sensation. So the rib cage breathes and protects the lungs and the heart. And so it's going to inhale to expand, and it opens. And those muscles around the back open with it. And then it exhales and draws in. And it's going to inhale and it's going to open. And the way I like to teach this is an inhale, an exhale, the head lifts, and then peeling on the exhale, the back of the rib cage up. And so the neutral, pelvis stays neutral, and the ribs have to do the work to hold you up, and the transverse connects in. This is a game changer in the sense of it doesn't rely solely on the rectus abdominal, the front of the body. It actually works to connect in at the back of the rib cage and the pelvis itself. Inhale to stay and exhale to lower down. Inhale, nod the chin, exhale to lift and peel up, rounding through the rib cage. Inhale to stay and exhale to lower down. And so why would this be important? Because now you're not overtraining or over-strengthening one part of the body. You're initiating work that happens from around the body, around the pelvis and around the rib cage, which is very different than a linear perspective. So I hope this helped you understand a little bit better of how we can move through the body through a spiral method.